Everyone. Hi, Anna here. Welcome to this webinar. It's the second one we did today, and I hope there will be few more people joining us. So welcome everyone, welcome. We have someone from Portugal as well. Hi. Hi. Hi from North Carolina. Yeah, hi from North Carolina. Okay, so far we have Europe, North America, and South America. Okay, let's just see one more minute and see if anybody else will join us. In the meantime, for those of you that are here, what we are going to do in this session, I'm going to share with you some very helpful information. What is happening today, especially, and what will be happening from today. The Earth frequency is changing. You may have heard people talking about 3D, 4D, 5D. Well, I don't know if this can be put in any of those, really, because what is important from now, what seems very important is to keep to be consciously aware and present with your thoughts. I mentioned that from now on, what is really important is the thoughts, the words, and our actions have to be in alignment. So this has been coming up a lot, and it will be even more. What does that mean? It really means that we have to be present with our thoughts. We have to be present with the words that we speak and with actions that we are taking in our everyday life. So what we used to do in the past, if we want to see the difference, if we want to see changes, if we want to create favorable future events, we really have to take care of these three: the thoughts, the words, and the action. I am going to share a tool that I received recently. So let me see. And that was literally this week when I was working with a private client, and I noticed that there is a great change happening with the issue that we were working with. The change was pretty remarkable, but considering that every person is different, we can't, it will not work anymore that kind of one size fits all in anything, because each person, and I remember talking with one of my clients about this before, take a look at every member of your family, your every friend, every person that you see from another perspective. Look at them as representatives of another galaxy. So how they walk, how they talk, how they dress, what they like to eat or drink, or whatever, what they like to do in their spare time, what is the work that they do. They are showing you some characteristics of someone living in another galaxy. Now, there are about 7 billion people on Earth right now. So the cosmos is so big, so vast. There are so many galaxies. So if you think of 7 billion people representing, each one of them representing another galaxy, how huge is the cosmos? How beautiful it is that there are so many galaxies, there are so many people, and everybody comes here on Earth to show, to be seen, so that we can see how they are, what they do, how they live in that other galaxy. Now, what has happened? There are two main cosmic laws, or shall I say, there are certain rules that have to be respected. Everyone that comes on Earth and shows themselves has to respect those rules. And they are, the number one is harmony. Living in harmony, meaning do not do harm in any way to another. So harmony with everyone, living in harmony. So that's the number one. The second one is mutual agreement. So whatever we want to do, wherever we want to go, we should mutually agree. We should come to mutual agreement. If there isn't that mutual agreement, then there is imbalance, and that may show in the future, in a future event. Vibration is of extreme importance. I don't know how many of you know about Nikola Tesla. Vibration frequency is very important. So what is the vibrational frequency of what is happening? What is happening in your life? Everything vibrates at certain frequency. So if you have any issue with your physical body, that organ, those cells in your body will vibrate at the lower frequency. They will not vibrate at the frequency of health. Okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to help raise that vibration. Okay, so so we are going to concentrate on raising the vibration of that particular organ, of the cells in the body. I will share with you a very specific tool that will help you with physical issues, and then I will share something that will bring more clarity. So you will become clearer with your thinking, clearer with your speaking, and with action that you may need to take. Okay? So these are actually two different tools that you will get. And I didn't, at our session this morning, I only spoke about one of those tools. So we will have two of those tools, and then I will share with you something about this will be towards the end. You can post your observations, or you can ask questions after you receive this information, because I would like to hear from you. But if you don't want, that is fine. I will share towards the end how we can take this further. So there are actually 2 days, on 21st and 22nd of June, where we are going to have 2 programs. The 21st of June is very important, as you know, it is a summer solstice, and it will be about feminine and masculine energies and the body. And the 22nd one is about developing the soul. I also want to share with you something about facilitating private, personal programs for you. So I looked and I thought, oh, this is perfect. What does the word facilitator mean in the Oxford Dictionary? It is facilitator is somebody who gets things done. So on the personal note, if you want to get something done in your life, you can, I'll give you details how to get in touch at the end of this webinar. And we can have a chat and see whether that you need to have done in your life, that what you want to see happen in your life, whether I can help you with that. So this is towards the end. Okay, it's very interesting that we have, how many participants we have here? There is about 10 of you. And I know that some of you have been following and you know my work for quite some time, but let's see how it works for new people who are here with us tonight. Okay, so sensing and vibration. Why is sensing so important? When you go to a room, when you go to a meeting, if you just imagine that you are talking to that person, or that person is standing in front of you before you go to meet with that person, you can sense with your heart, or you can just put your hand on your heart and ask, how does it feel if I now go and talk to this person? How does it feel? And you will get the feeling that is either pleasant, or it may be easier way to explain it. It can either be lightness here in your heart area, or you could feel some heaviness. So either one of those will tell you. The heaviness will tell you maybe it's not a good idea to go and talk to that person now, and the lightness in your heart will tell you, yes, it is good. So for some of you, you may have, as they call, the gut feeling that something is good to do, that something will work out. And for some, you just feel through the heart and you feel good. You have that sensation that it is actually going to be a good meeting. So sensing before doing, and also sensing before speaking. So this is like, this is a skill that we should all develop, because you can sense whether that what you are going to say will be taken as you are saying it, and how it will develop. You know, the conversation can go in one direction or the other. So this is something that some of you have developed, and some of you may not, but it is okay. It doesn't matter. You can always develop this skill, and you can always change any situation for better. It doesn't matter how complicated it may seem to be. Okay? So let's do this exercise first. And this one that I want to share with you now is regarding physical health. So this is to help you with any physical issue that you may have. So what I would like you to do is, first, I would like you to make your lips in the shape of a smile. Okay, so when you make your lips in the shape of a smile, what is happening? You are aligning the left and the right brain hemisphere, and you are automatically affecting your organ of vision. Okay, so you can see more clearly what is happening around you. So put your lips in the shape of smile. Okay, so you are aligning your left and right brain hemisphere and your organ of vision. You're helping your organ of vision see more clearly. Okay, so now put your right hand on your heart. So your right hand on your heart. So I don't know if you can see. Okay, so put your right hand on your heart and put your left hand on top of your head. Okay, and keep your lips in the shape of smile. Okay, so know that in your heart, so you can stay like this a little bit, or what you can do, you can bring your awareness to the heart and your awareness to the brain. But right now, I want you to, because I'm going to share with you some knowledge regarding the spark. So there is a spark of light that is in your heart. It's your heartbeat that is continuously beating day and night, whether you are sleeping or you are awake, or whether you are conscious about it or not. So most of you know this. But where does that spark come from? Where does it come from? It comes from the source of all life and love. The source of all life and love beats continuously in your heart. And that source is only increasing more life and more love because it can't do anything else. So as you hold your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your head, bring your awareness to that spark of life that beats in your heart and expand it. Just imagine, if you're good at visualizing, imagine how this spark, that is beautiful golden silvery light, how it starts to expand. And what color is it? Is it gold? Is it silvery? Is there a bit of pink? What color? But make it more gold. See how you can make it more gold. You can have a little bit of silvery and pink sparkle, but make it gold. And visualize this light expanding from your heart. This is the life and love expanding in your every cell. We first start with the heart. So in every chamber of your heart, right now, you are expanding life and love. And keep your lips in the shape of a smile, please. Okay, so now this light contains the knowledge. So through the light, every cell receives the knowledge from the source, directly from the source of all life and love. The joy of love. So it is the joy of creating through love, creating beautiful relationships, creating perfect health in your physical body, creating a great business. Okay, so whatever whatever you need to do, you can work with this light, whatever you want to see in your life. But right now, let's move this light up to your thymus. So here is your thymus, and observe how this light moves all the way to the thymus. The thymus gland is the point of strength in you, the point of happiness in you. It is also responsible for the stronger immune system. So bring your awareness to the thymus, and you can even rub your thymus a little bit if you want. You can do it like this, you can tap it like this. If you keep all your fingers together in a point, just a little bit there, and you will observe how the happiness starts to grow from deep within you. And now move this beautiful gold light to your thyroid. So the light carries the knowledge of health, the correct information that the cell must have in order to function correctly, in order to function properly. So observe how this light moves to the thyroid, and then up from the thyroid all the way to your brain. And bathe the brain in this beautiful, beautiful gold light. The light that contains all the knowledge straight from the source of all life and love. So I'm not going to talk for a couple of minutes. Let's just bathe in this light. Let's observe how it moves and how it starts transforming. So some of you, if you are very visual, you may be able to see the transformation. So I can enter into the thymus and observe the thymus cells. I can enter into the thyroid, observe what's happening in the thyroid, and then moving up to the brain and observing how the light expands in the brain. And it is the knowledge that each cell receives. Okay, so keep your hands on the heart and your head, or keep your awareness on your heart and the brain, and observe how what you are doing right now, you are establishing connection between the heart and the brain. And as you do this, the light continues to grow everywhere, to both of your arms, your torso, all the way down your legs, all the way down to your toes. And your spine especially. See your whole spine receiving this beautiful gold light straight from the source of all life and love. Okay, so keep doing this. Stay in this beautiful healing light for another minute or two. And what I would like you to do while this is happening is imagine a beam of light from the heart and from the brain meeting in the center somewhere here, and then direct that beam, there is a joint beam from the brain and the heart to any organ that you want to heal. So what is the organ that needs help right now? Is it the liver? Is it your kidneys, your lungs, your stomach? Is it your gallbladder? What is it? Is it any of the organs of your reproductive system or urinary system, anywhere? Just imagine this beam going from the heart and brain, it joins into a point and then it moves as a joint beam that helps restore the correct information. So the light carries the knowledge how, telling the cell how to heal, how to restore perfect health. Okay, so do this for the next minute or two. I'm not going to talk. So let's do it together. Whatever you need to do, any organ, any part of your body. Is it your knee? Is it your hip? Just imagine, or if you can't imagine, just say the beam of light from my brain and the beam of light from my heart have joined together now and are going into, and then say what organ they are going into. And expand the light in there. Just say, I expand the light of knowledge into all the cells of, and then say what organ it is. Okay, so let's do this together. Okay, so observe how you feel. Bring your awareness back to your heart. And if you have had your eyes closed, gently open your eyes. Feel your feet firmly on the ground. Keep your spine straight. Okay. So the word, the spoken word, the vibration that comes from the spoken word is affecting the DNA, is affecting every cell. You are not alone. You are never alone because you have trillions of cells listening. You are a community of cells that are always listening to your every thought, to every word, and observing your every action. So everything is in misalignment, where we think one thing, we say another thing, and we do a third thing. So this is how this world was working up until now. Now all of this has to change. That what we think and what we say and what we do has to be in alignment. Now, it's very interesting to observe the functioning of the organs and the outside world. How when we go and change something, we do something in our community where we live, we go and help somewhere where help is needed, for example, through volunteer organizations, or we help solve an issue that we personally have. with our families, or maybe with friends, or maybe our business. And when we do that, it automatically affects our health. It affects us on a deeper level. But one thing that I have noticed, and I haven't seen as much on the internet, people are not really talking about it, and they are not showing, it is the image of DNA strand. When you are feeling, when you're in a place of fear and you feel upset about something, you feel disappointed, angry, or any of these kind of negative emotions, what happens is, if we are to look at your body, at you from the inside, your blood changes. When you are really angry, when you are really happy, there is a perfect flow. But when you are upset about something and in a place of fear, there is a big distortion. So there is, when we talk about the DNA strand, what I noticed and I found is that normally this is how DNA strand looks like, and it's shown. So I'm not very good at drawing, but it's normally curled up. Yeah, the images, if you're looking to see a DNA strand, what you will see, you will mainly see the curled up image of a DNA. Well, actually, the curled up image of DNA, when the DNA curls up, it shortens. And that is happening when you are in the place of fear, when you are in the place of unhappiness, when you are upset or angry about something. That is what's happening, the curled up DNA. What is happening when you are happy, when you are feeling joy in your heart, when you feel loved, or when you are loving? This is what is happening. The DNA strand is straight, and it completely, and it's longer. It's way longer, and it is straight. It is bright. It shines the light of happiness. So happiness and your health are very closely connected. For that reason, working on our relationships is very important for our personal health. But if there is a time, and I can tell you from my personal experience and working with thousands of clients on almost every continent, it is a constant daily work. But it doesn't have to be hard. If you take an attitude of ease and you say, let me just introduce the possibility that it is going to be easy. Somehow, I don't have to know how, but I'm going to just hold that possibility for a moment or two. I can easily do that. From the place of happiness, from the place of love, from the place of joy in your heart, take a look at any situation that you currently have in life, whether it is relationships, physical health, or business. Take a look at from that place, and you will get a clearer picture. You will get a clear thought, and you will be able to take an action that will reflect that clear thought, that will be much clearer. And your intention, so if you intend that it is going to be somehow it is going to be easy. That is a very, very powerful, the most powerful thing that you can do. So right now, we have another 20 minutes left. I'm going to show you another exercise. So this exercise is specifically, we will work with the gold light that comes straight from the source of all life and love. So the joy of love that brings you solution to any issue that you have. So what I would like you to do is to imagine that there is a wave of that gold light to your right, and it's as big and as tall, as long as you are. And there is another wave of that gold light to your left. So you are in between of these two gold waves that are there to support you. But what we are going to do, you're going to put, what is it? What is the knowledge that you need? What is the specific situation that you want to solve? Okay, so for example, I can say I specifically want to solve, or I want to improve the relationship with my mother and my brother, for example. Or I want to, let's just choose, for the sake of this specific exercise, let's just choose relationships. So you want to receive the knowledge through the light, the knowledge how to work, what to do, how to, you want to have the right thoughts and the right words that will help you in a specific situation. So imagine, put that request in the light there. You can put the words there, or you just say, I request the knowledge of how to harmonize, how to bring in harmony my relationship with this person or that person. And you that the same request is in this wave of light that is right there, standing to your left. You have this request, okay? But now, what we are going to do, that wave is going to, imagine that the wave that is on your right is moving from your right, but it goes kind of a little bit diagonally. It goes like this. So it's moving, and I'm moving it. Imagine going about 3 or 4 times. So just imagine the gold wave of light that contains the knowledge that you seek how to do something. I said, let's choose relationships, but choose whatever you want, whatever is important to you. And let's just invite this wave to move through you. And we do this about 4 times. Okay? And now we are inviting the wave that contains the knowledge and the information from your left. And you are moving it through from the left to the right. And again, 3 or 4 times. See if you can sense how this light is moving through the body. So this also works on balancing the masculine and feminine. Okay, so it is when you are balanced with your masculine and feminine energies, you are complete, you are whole. And these the knowledge and the information that they carry, it has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. It has to do with you having in you all the knowledge from the universe, from the cosmos. You have all the knowledge from the source of all life and love, so that when you are in any situation, when you are facing any issue, you can receive that knowledge in the now moment. Okay, so I'm just gonna stay for another couple of minutes. I'm not going to talk, and we are going to move this gold light again 3 or 4 times to the right and 3 or 4 times to the left. And observe if you have any sensations. Keep your lips in the shape of smile. Okay, so again, bring your awareness to your heart and slowly open your eyes, or if you have had your eyes open, that's okay, keep them open. Vibration of thought and spoken word and the language is felt in every cell. The feeling that we get in the heart, whether we should go somewhere or not, do something or not, is the source speaking to you directly. The source speaks through the feeling. Okay? So always observe how you feel. And if it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel, wait. Maybe the timing is not right. It's not maybe that you shouldn't do, but maybe just need to wait a little bit for the timing to be right. So, any questions? Does anybody have any questions, or are there any observations that you would like to share? Anything that you have received during this these 2 exercises that you want to share? Okay. So if you would like to share any experience, how you felt during these 2 exercises, how was it for you, please do share. And cultivate creative, intelligent thinking. Use your mind to create whatever it is good for the benefit of all humanity. Think bigger. The last exercise shifted energy around my solar plexus regarding a challenging relationship I'm working with. Yeah. Wonderful. Yes, this is a very powerful exercise that you can use in anytime during the day, anytime you feel that somebody is challenging you and you don't know how to respond, you don't know what to say, or you don't want to be you don't want to create a conflict. But what you can do, you can just stop for a moment. If you can turn away or leave the room for 2 minutes and come back, that's even better. But if not, you can do this exercise at any time. All you need to do is just imagine the wave of gold light to your right and another wave to your left, but know that you are inviting and asking for the knowledge to be given to you how you can deal with the situation that you have in front of you. And it doesn't matter how challenging it is, you will have access to the knowledge how. And at those moments when you feel the most, how can I say, the most challenged, if you can just put your lips in the shape of smile and know that the lips in the shape of smile automatically start aligning the left and the right brain hemisphere and help the organ of vision see clearly. So turn away for a second or two. I have noticed that this method, and there are some other exercises that we did in the past, other methods and other tools that I shared. It only takes about 2 minutes, but 2 minutes is actually 60 plus 60 seconds, so that's 120 seconds, and it could be quite long, but in effect, when you stop and you bring your awareness to your heart, that is the moment that you start to change the vibration in the room. You automatically start changing the vibration just by bringing your awareness to your heart. You can put your hand on your heart, and simply because Nikola Tesla spoke of frequency and vibration, but the word that is spoken vibrates. We are mainly made of water. We are mainly hydrogen, but the hydrogen molecule is a carrier of consciousness, a main carrier of consciousness. And where is hydrogen? Everywhere. Everywhere. And the most importantly, it's in us. Okay, so I'm glad that, let's see if anybody else wants to say anything. Is there anything that I missed? Sorry. Let me just see the comments. It feels really good, like getting a massage in my brain and a lot of yawning. Must be information restructuring. Yes. Yes. You see, the funny thing is, I used to apologize all the time when I was yawning, but actually yawning is clearing. Yawning is very good sign that you are also releasing. Because bear in mind, when we meet people or when we go somewhere and we get the information that is, how can I say, everybody, there is like an invisible, the information around you, around your physical body. And that information field is not visible to the normal physical eyesight, but it can be visible through some devices. However, your heart, sensing with your heart, learning to sense with your heart, you are also seeing. So it is the inner vision and the knowledge that you get through sensing, through the feeling from your heart. So you walk into a room and you suddenly don't really feel good, or you go somewhere in somebody's house and you feel that there is something, like you feel some heaviness. So this is again to do with the words, because all the words that are spoken in that house somehow stay there. So what is very good is to move the gold wave of light and ask to clean the room. So there are other ways to do that, and this is for another session, of course. But right now, my intention was to give you these two tools so that you can use them, the gold wave and with the brain and heart aligning the frequency and directing the light to heal the organ, any part of your body. This is very important when we go into, when we speak, how can I say, the light is containing the knowledge. So this is important that you understand that the knowledge from the cosmos comes through the light. And if you ask to receive the knowledge, if you go in your heart and you just stay still for however long it takes, you will be given the information. So I know that something has happened with Earth last night. I had a clear vision of everything being much closer. So because of this frequency, because of this new energy that has entered the Earth, I am giving you the knowledge how to stay in alignment, how not to fall off. It's very important that you stay in the right frequency. A lot of things that worked before will not work anymore. Everything has to work through the feeling, and thought, word, and action have to be aligned. What we do outside in the world, how we treat people, if we are active in volunteering or doing something in our community to help, that automatically goes inside and reflects on our physical health. So how we can take this further, the 21st of June is a very important day, as we know, summer solstice, but there is something happening with the sun. And there is information about the sun and the moon that I would like to share with you, and the physical body. What is happening with the body? How the body, the inner and the outer, works. For example, your liver or any other organ knows exactly, every cell knows exactly how to heal itself. So why is the brain and the heart not helping the cell heal? Well, the cell knows how to heal, and the brain, if it's disconnected with that organ, or if the heart is not getting the correct information about that organ, then it's not helping the organ heal. Why is it that only when we feel pain, we go and seek help? The heart will only react when we feel pain, the brain as well. But why does it have to wait that long when the actual misinformation in the cell has been placed long before? So what is going on? There is no connection with the brain, with all the organs, and there is no connection with the heart and all the organs. Although the blood flows through the heart and it goes to the brain, and as blood carries the information, you would think that the information would come from the organ to the heart and to the brain, and it doesn't. Why? The blood cells, the red blood cells, have lost their nucleus. The red blood cells do not carry the correct information and they are not telling the heart and the brain what is happening, what is really happening with that organ, so that the heart and the brain can start helping repair itself. How did the incorrect information get in? The incorrect information can get in through the environment, it can come from the outside, but a lot of it is carried as well through the genetics. It comes from our ancestors, it comes from our bloodline. So working on our ancestors, working on clearing the bloodline and transforming that information for future generations is of huge importance. Certain things have been happening in certain bloodlines for many generations, but now that is going to change. It is going to stop because of you, because you have decided to come now in that particular bloodline where you are born to bring the light, to bring the knowledge of solution. And now everything is changing, everything is shifting. Okay, so this is again another program just to work with ancestors, and we did have a program about transforming the information for 7 generations of ancestors, because each decision that we are taking now, we should keep in mind that that decision may affect 7 generations. Okay, so think about that. Think about I'm going to share more, so how we can take this further. Fascinating information about the sun, the moon, and the physical body. I will share that on 21st of June. The 22nd of June, I'm going to share information about soul, the soul development, what is really happening, and what we all need to work on, what we need to do. Because developing the soul, nobody talks about that as much. And I have recently found out some fascinating information, and I want to share that with you. So you can join me either for 21st for the body program, or 22nd for the soul. If you want information how to join these programs and details, please send me an email, creativeandharmonious@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to let you know how you can join us. Okay, so we have finished now. I hope you have enjoyed this session, and please, oh, I'm just gonna see somebody else wrote something, sorry, just a moment. I felt the vibration in my left hand doing the exercise, lovely feeling. Thank you, it's so wonderful to read your comments here and to actually know that you have felt the change, you have felt something happening. Deepest love and gratitude, dearest Anna. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm still smiling. Thank you. This was really beautiful. So I'm just reading the comments here. So I'm really grateful for all of you who have joined me tonight. And if you want to hear what is the next step, what is coming up, I'm going to talk a bit more in the body session about things that are happening in our society, in our outside world, and the inner organs. Fascinating information about mitochondria and how actually everything that we have been told, it seems to be the opposite. So that is something also that I'm going to share in our program on 21st of June and the 22nd of June. We will have 2 sessions at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So again, you can decide which session is better for you. Okay, so thanks again, everyone. Take care. Bye for now.